We greet all our fellow Iglesia de Cristo Church of Christ brothers and sisters all over the world a happy 110th church anniversary. This video is meant to reminisce the road trip we took last year. In this presentation, we feature different Iglesia de Cristo locales we passed by. Please take a look at our quick list in the description box. We traveled by land and sea from Cebu to Manila in about 36 hours. We got the car on the ship several minutes after midnight on the 26th of July last year. Because of Typhoon Doksuri, locally known as Egay, we could not leave Bohol Port in Cebu till minutes after 6 o'clock in the morning. We reached Matnog Port in Sorsogon around 3 in the afternoon. Are you planning a land trip from Cebu to Manila yourself? Through this video, we need to share a few things you should know. Please bear with us until the very last seconds and remember to subscribe if you have not done so. Number 1. Patience. Be ready to smile at delays. Typhoon Gaimi, locally called as Karina days ago, reminded us of Typhoon Doksuri or Egay, which had a wild time wagging its tail for several hours in Luzon and Visayas last year. We crossed the waters separating these two cities, Bohol and Matnog, in 8 hours. Well, we got the youngest of light shipping, the new Light Ferry 6, which made its maiden voyage only days ago before our trip. We only realized how the delay we experienced was a very far cry from all these. They are not lining up for anything. Please take note that we were not able to capture all of them. These clips were only parts of the extra long line possible only in the Philippines. Now we understand why everyone wants to get more bridges to connect all three big groups of islands, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Unbelievable, but there were over 300 trucks or vehicles stranded in Sorsogon on that day. The original audio of these clips covered our thoughts on damages incurred, spoiled routines, spoiled trips, spoiled goods, spoiled deals, spoiled emotions, everything spoiled. So if you did not get your order last year, this was the reason. Number 2. Communication. Get a spot reserved for your vehicle several days before your intended trip. A lot of factors can come into play to discourage anyone from taking this particular route. Being in a tropical archipelago kissed by weather disturbances at all times, trips can get cancelled, resumed, and delayed any time. We called Light Shipping a week before our trip to book and assure us of space. They took our names and our car's plate number. This is how they also recommended that we get ourselves to Bohol City early. And indeed, on Tuesday morning, they diligently kept us posted with trip updates until we reached the port a few minutes after lunch. Number 3. Money. Understand what you can afford. Packing some extra, having some extra would never hurt. Well, having money doesn't hurt. The most affordable and a bit comfortable option for us was to take the Bohol-Matnog route. Overall budget depends on the vehicle you will drive for the trip, the number and age of passengers taking the trip, price of petrol or gasoline, and meal preferences. Number 4. Direction. Even with 3 maps running, the car's own GPS, Google Maps, and Waze, we still took wrong turns. more on human error and intermittent internet signal. Without any warning, there were several times when Mr. Waze decided for us and brought us to roads that were blocked or under construction. Please make sure you do not assign the trip member who has the worst sense of direction. Alright, all fingers pointing at me, the co-pilot. Our main captain behind the wheel on that day was more or less familiar with most roads for having taken a similar trip only weeks ago, but could not be very sure since he took the opposite route from Manila to Cebu at night, so the scenes were all different for him. Unlike in big cities here in Manila and Cebu, where road and street signs are huge and everywhere, most towns we pass by must have been content to write their addresses on pieces of paper and some packaging. Please do not expect everyone to know Tagalog or English by asking random individuals on the street. What did we do to assure ourselves of correct and authentic answers? Of course, we stopped to buy at locales and asked our fellow church members. The irony lies in the fact that we missed taking photos of the locales where we stopped and asked for directions. Number 5. Stopover. Even short muscle stretching now and then can do wonders. After seeing me drive at 40 to 60 kilometers per hour, my team could not afford unnecessary dilly-dally. Good that our boss planned our stopover at Sipukot Locale for Matnog. We passed the night in the car and attended the worship service at 6 in the morning on the 27th of July, where we greeted everyone for the 109th Iglesia Ni Cristo Church anniversary. We left the town of Sipukot, Camarines Sur around 8 in the morning. We reached Quezon City around 6 in the evening. If you do the math, 36 hours. There could have been more delays if our boss did not spend hours, several hours planning where to dine, where to stop, where to fill the tank. Though our limbs and minds were all battered, nature entertained us with unique scenery. At one point we thought we were transported to Rome. It looked so European. You must have noticed unique shots while listening to me. The few photos and clips we got here could never perfectly give justice to the real deal we enjoyed. Again, we extend our heartfelt greetings to all Iglesia Ni Cristo Church of Christ members. Happy 110th Church Anniversary. 그리고 엄마 생일 축하해. 너무 사랑해.